A new land, a new beginning. There are moments in a person's life when the road behind becomes too difficult to remain on, and the road ahead is not yet clear. This is one of those moments. The past cannot be erased. The people who shaped us cannot simply be forgotten. The lessons of childhood, the pain of loss, the interruptions to education, the responsibilities that arrive before we are ready, these things travel with us. But sometimes, the only way forward is to begin again. For me, that new beginning came in Ghana. The decision to relocate was not made because the past had no value. It came after difficult circumstances. Education had already been interrupted before. Family responsibilities had created tension and made it difficult to complete the path I had begun. And eventually, I made the painful decision to relocate to Ghana in search of a fresh start and better opportunities. A new country. A new environment. A new chapter. And a future that had not yet been written. The journey to a new land can carry both hope and fear. There is excitement in possibility, but there is also uncertainty. You leave familiar places, familiar faces, and the things you once understood. You arrive knowing that you must learn again. But a new beginning does not mean beginning with nothing. You carry experience. You carry memory. You carry the strength that was formed in difficult seasons. My story had already taught me that life can change suddenly. My mother passed away in 1996, when I was still very young. My father passed away in 2013. Losing both parents early left questions and a limited knowledge of the extended family. At times, the absence of parental guidance affected decisions. Yet the story did not end there. Education itself had already been a journey of interruption and return. It began in 1997, but the civil war in Sierra Leone forced a pause. For 1 year, I moved to Guinea with my aunt. Then I returned, and continued. Later, in 2007, financial challenges forced me to leave school again. But a closed classroom door does not have to mean a closed future. In 2009, a kind woman adopted me and supported my return to school. That support became a turning point. Go back. Continue the road. Your education is not finished. Those words capture something important about every new beginning. Sometimes the next step is possible because somebody chooses to believe in you. Eventually, I completed my high school education and pursued studies in computing at college. But again, life brought responsibilities that competed with education. Family business responsibilities created a difficult choice, and I was unable to graduate from that path. So I moved. I came to Ghana. And Ghana became more than a destination. It became a place where another chapter could begin. In Ghana, encouragement came through church leaders. The church and its leaders greatly influenced my life. They guided me toward personal growth, discipline, and purpose. For a person who had known loss, interruption, uncertainty, and difficult decisions, community became a form of strength. Faith became a source of direction. Mentorship became a reminder that no one has to walk every road alone. Your beginning is not your ending. Stand again. Learn again. Build again. These are not simply words of encouragement. They describe a way of living. The new land offered another opportunity to learn, to study, to meet people, and to think about what could be built with the years ahead. Education became part of the road once more. Today, the journey of education continues. I am studying business management through BYU Pathway and pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Education with Computer Science and Creative Arts at the University of Education, Winneba. These areas of study connect different parts of the journey. Business connects with a family memory of enterprise. Computing connects with an earlier path of study. Education connects with a dream that survived repeated interruption. Creative work opens another way to communicate, imagine, and contribute. The road has not become easy, but it has become clearer. There is a lesson in that. Sometimes progress does not look like a straight line. Sometimes progress means returning after stopping. Sometimes it means moving to another country. Sometimes it means accepting help. Sometimes it means beginning a subject again. Sometimes it simply means waking up and choosing not to give up. A new land can give a person space to rebuild. But rebuilding requires more than a location. It requires discipline. It requires faith. It requires people who encourage you. It requires the courage to continue when the results are not yet visible. My church community taught me about guidance. Education taught me persistence. Relocation taught me to begin again. Family history taught me that every generation leaves something behind. And the future asks a question. What will I leave behind? My aspiration is to become a successful businessman who contributes positively to society. I want to support others, especially those who face challenges like mine. That purpose changes the meaning of success. Success is not only about reaching a personal destination. It is also about what a person does with the strength gained along the way. If someone falls on the road, and you have strength to lift him, then lift him. The story of a new beginning therefore becomes bigger than one person. It becomes a story about people. People who helped. People who encouraged. People who opened doors. People who gave guidance. People who made it possible to keep walking. And it becomes a story about family. The Mansaray family story began before this chapter. A great-grandfather migrated from Guinea to Sierra Leone for business. A grandfather settled in Sierra Leone, married, raised a family, and was remembered as a successful businessman. That spirit of enterprise influenced the next generation. Then came another generation. Then loss. Then interruption. Then movement. Then another beginning. And now, education, faith, purpose, and hope. A new land does not cancel the roots of a family. It adds another branch to the story. Ghana became a place where the past could meet the future. The journey from Sierra Leone to Ghana is therefore not only a journey across geography. It is a journey of identity, resilience, learning, and purpose. There were moments when the road seemed uncertain. There were moments when education had to wait. There were responsibilities that could not be ignored. There were losses that could not be replaced. But there were also people who helped. There was faith. There was education. There was another chance. And there was the decision to continue. Today, the story is still being written. The student is still learning. The future businessman is still being formed. The educator is still growing. The creative thinker is still discovering what can be built. The destination has not yet arrived. And that is not a weakness. It means there are still chapters ahead. A new land. A new beginning. A new opportunity to turn experience into wisdom, wisdom into service, and service into a legacy. The future will not be built in one day. It will be built through ordinary choices. To study when tired, to keep faith when answers are delayed, to accept guidance, to work with discipline, to help another person, and to continue walking. The journey continues. The legacy remains. The future awakens. This is not only where the story came from. This is where the story is going. A new land. A new beginning. And a future filled with purpose.